Hello everyone, my name is Chandra Prakash Bhaguna and today I want to discuss an interview in a company called Midas IT Service Private Limited, and the company location is New Delhi and the interview year was the 2022. So the first question they asked me, indexes in MySQL. So an index in MySQL is a database structure that improves the speed of data retrieval operations on a table at the cost of the additional storage and maintenance overhead. It works similarly to the index of a book, allowing MySQL to find rows much faster without scanning the entire table. So type of index, first is a primary key index, second is a unique index, third is a full text index, fourth is a regular non-unique index, fifth is the composite index, and sixth is the special index. Okay. So first of all, the primary key index. So unique identifier for each row automatically created when you define a primary key. So create table users id int primary key and name varchar 50. Second is the unique index. Ensures all values in a column are unique. So create unique index idx email on user's email. Third is the regular non-unique index. Speeds up queries for column with duplicate values. Create index idx name on user's name. Fourth is the full text index. So this is for full text searches in a large text field like the char varchar text, only supported on INNODB or MyISAM. So create full text index idx description on articles description. Fifth is the composite index based on multiple columns. So create index idx name email on users name email. Sixth is the special index, so used for the geospatial data. So how to use indexes? So first of all, create index idx columns on table name, column name. Drop an index, so drop index idx column on table name. View existing index, show index from table views. So benefit of using indexes: faster data retrieval, improved performance of select, join and where queries. So limitations are slower insert, update and delete operations, and it increased storage requirement. Second is the joins in MySQL. So answer: SQL joins are used to combine rows from two or more tables based on a related column between them. So inner join returns only the rows where there is a match in both tables. So select employees ID, employees.id as employee ID, employees.name as employee name, departments.department name as department from employees, inner join departments on employees department ID equal to departments.id. Second is the left outer join. Returns all rows from the left table and the matched rows from the right table. If there is no match, null values are returned for the columns from the right table. So select employees ID as employee ID, employee.name as employee name, departments.department name as department. From employees, left join departments on employees.departments ID equal to departments.id. Third is the right outer join. So returns all rows from the right table and matched rows from the left table. If there is no match, null values are returned for the column from the left table. So the query is: select employee.id as employee.name, select employee ID, employee name, departments.department name. Then from employees, right join departments on employees.department underscore ID equal to departments.id. Fourth is a full outer join. So returns all rows from both tables. If there is no match, null values are returned for column from the table that doesn't have a match. So select employee ID as employee ID, employees.name as employee name, departments.department name as department. From employees, left join departments on employees.department ID equal to departments.id. So union. Okay, so select employee.id as employee ID, employees.name as employee name, departments.department name as departments. from employees, writes when departments on employees department dot underscore id equal to departments dot id. Stored procedures. Answer. A stored procedure is a prepared SQL code that you can save so that the code can be reused over and over again. So if you are an SQL query that you write over and over again, save it as a stored procedure and then just call it to execute it. Example, create procedure get all employees, begin select star from employees, and delimiters. Call the stored procedure, call get all employee. Third is the functions. What are the functions in MySQL? So first of all, the string functions. So we have concat, length, upper, lower, substring, trim, replace. These are the string function. Numeric function, f, seal, floor, round, sqrt, pow, mode. That data and time, now, cur date, cur time, date add, date sub, date, dated if, and okay, date diff and year. Aggregate group function, that is count, sum, avj, max, min. Control flow function used for the conditional logic. If case, nullify, coalesce. JSON function, JSON objects, JSON array, JSON extract. Other useful function, UUID, version, user. So want to try this, run the following query to see the function in action. So select now as current time, length hello as string length, sqrt 49 as sq art as square underscore root. So output will be the current time, string length, and square root. Difference between the stored procedure and the function in MySQL. Feature, stored procedure. Definition. A stored procedure is a set of SQL statements that perform a specific task and can return multiple values. Okay, so this is a stored procedure. And function. A function is a single SQL statement or a set of statements that return a single value. Stored procedure can return multiple values using out parameters. Function always return a single value. Stored procedure used for the complex business logic, operations, and automation. Function used mainly for the calculation and returning a single computed value. Call syntax, called using call procedure name, parameters. Functions called within SQL queries with select function name, parameter. Can be used in select statement. So stored procedure, no, stored procedure cannot be used inside a select statements, but the function, yes, function can be used inside a select statements. Can have input output parameters. Stored procedure, yes, support in out and in out parameters. Functions, no, only in parameters are allowed. Can execute DML statements, that is data manipulation language, IUD, insert, update, delete. Yes, a procedure can modify database tables. Limited, a function cannot modify table directly. Transaction support. Transaction support. Stored procedure supports transaction control, that is commit rollback. Function does not support a transaction control. Stored in database. Stored procedure, yes, stored procedure are saved in the database. Function, yes, function are also stored in the database. Can use loops and cursors. Stored procedure, yes, support loops, while loop, repeat, and cursor. Here in the function, no, function do not support loops or cursors. Performance impact. Stored procedure faster for the bulk processing and complex tasks. Function faster for the simple calculation or data retrieval. Best use case. Stored procedure used when we need to execute multiple SQL statements together and return multiple values. In the case of the function, used when we need to return a single computed value inside a query. So example of stored procedure. So first of all, use the delimiters. Then create procedure get employee ID. In employee ID int, begin select star from employee where ID equal to imp ID, and delimiters. Calling the procedure colon call get employees 101. Example of function delimiters. Create functions get employee salary, employee ID int, return decimal 10 to deterministic, begin, declare salary decimal 10 to, select salary into salary from employee where ID equal to employee ID and return salary, and delimiter, calling the function select get employees salary 101. Key takeaways: use stored procedure when you need to perform complex operations and modify the database. Second, use functions when you need to return a single value inside a query. How many years of experience? They asked me on which technology I have used, website you worked on, your role, which part of website you worked on. So write down the database query for this search. So select star from customers where customer name like a ampersand. Answer step by step example. Create a table and using like query in MySQL. So create the customer table. So create table customer ID int primary key auto increment, customer name varchar 50 and country varchar 50. Insert some dummy data, then view all data by using select star from customers. Then query find customer whose name start with A. So select star from customer where customer name like a%. A and in the suffix you have to use ampersand. Query find customer whose name ends with T. So select star from customers where customer name like ampersand T. Okay, so in the case of start you have to use ampersand in the end, and in the case of the name ends you have to use the character in the prefix. So query find customer whose name contains M anywhere. So select star from customers where customer name like ampersand M ampersand. Seventh, query find customer whose name has exactly 5 letters and start with A. So select star from customer where customer name like A and then use underscore. Okay. So these are the questions asked by the Midas IT Service Private Limited, and the company location in New Delhi, and the interview date was the I don't know the exact date of the interview, but that was in the year of the 2022. So I will share more interview question with you. Till then, bye.